Welcome to another Out of Spec Bits episode. Drew and I just got out here to the OPTIMA Oasis at King of the Hammers 2026. This is a off-roading extravaganza festival that happens out in the wilderness just east of Los Angeles. We were in the Johnson Valley desert area, and there are Rivians, there's Cybertrucks, there's a bunch of electric vehicles here, and of course mostly combustion stuff. There's Unimogs, there's a million Raptors, there's Bronco Raptors, there's Jeeps. It's an absolute oasis out here in the desert, literally. And we're out here at the OPTIMA area, which is like a 10-acre or so just party space with a bunch of mobile DC fast charging that you can see right here. So I want to talk a little bit about how all the electric vehicles are being charged up that are out here for the event. This is what we brought along. We brought a new Silverado EV Trail Boss. This is the big 24 module, 200 plus kilowatt hour big boy.
Massive.
And you know what's crazy is we drove out here from LA 3 hours.
Yeah.
We burned like 30%.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah, 10% per hour.
It's just an absolute beast. Now we are at 87%, but I think we're going to do a lot of exploring and driving around. And
juice it up.
I heard a lot of the EVs are actually out on trail right now.
Yeah.
And so they were like, hey, if there's an open spot, you should bring the Silverado over here. Just top it up to 100 so you have the juice. Yeah. And shout out to Chevy for sending us the truck. Shout out to OPTIMA for hosting Out of Spec here. They hooked us up with a sick RV just over there. We'll have plenty of videos coming on the Out of Spec Overlanding channel and reviews. And now what we need to do is we need to charge up the Silverado. So Lincoln Electric actually showed up this year pretty big by bringing their 50 kilowatt mobile-ish DC fast charger. I say mobile because it's on wheels, and there's a few different configurations that these can be spec'd in, and then they're all wired to an energy source, which is on the back side of the building. I believe it's a diesel generator. But you can see Rivians over here that are from Rivian Engineering, which is super cool. They're kind of here just, on their off time. It's not officially Rivian Engineering development work. They're just enthusiasts who brought over test vehicles to run them through everything. But it's so cool that the engineers are like, yeah, let's go shred.
Sell, Rivians during the week and then come out and play with Rivians on the weekend. It's awesome.
It's amazing. And then over here, you can actually test drive a Rivian. So if you're here like with, owning a F-150 Raptor or something, you can then go drive something with 1,000 horsepower and 4 motors. It's pretty cool. There's some other cool stuff here before we get into this that we just rolled in literally 10 minutes ago, and I'm just like shaking with excitement. You can just see the amount of Rivian builds that are here are pretty amazing. This one ran the EV100. That's a manufacturer test Rivian. That thing's been through hell and back. Bunch of cool stuff. Kia showed up with a Rally EV6. I mean, I'm more excited about the Kia Tasman, or is it Talisman? I can't even remember. This is not on sale yet. It's a new pre-series pickup truck that is fully combustion, and I believe they're going to do a range extended or plug-in hybrid version of this as well. I don't know if it'll be sold in the US or not, but this came directly from Kia HQ. They have the new Telluride here, but they brought along this, which is like a totally rallied out previous generation EV6, which is so cool. So what I love about this event already, and I'm just getting immersed in it, is the amount of manufacturer support, such as these vehicles here, and the amount of enthusiasts that are here as well. I've already met so many viewers that are here just having fun, hanging out. And tomorrow we'll have a whole video coming. There's actually a whole EV sort of themed event happening where a bunch of EVs, I think 30 or 40 EVs, are all going on our own all day long expedition, which is why I brought this, so that we can go join in on the expedition. It's just a trail boss. It's nothing crazy fancy. It's not a fully built out overlanding rig like this right here, but it still should be fun. Regardless, we're just going to top it up. I've never charged on the Lincoln Electric. Apparently I keep saying it wrong. I always say Velion, but it's Velion. we'll ask the guys over here. We'll mic up because some of the noise, and then we'll get into everything about the chargers, because I'm already noticing some cool things about power derating right here. They look really nice. So let's get into everything about these units. Just to show you guys on the nerd data, this thing is a 50 kilowatt charger that can actually output 130 amps, and it really does that. The cables are 150 amps, so you'll never run into a cable limitation. And you can see here it's rated at up to 1000 volts, so you can directly charge, for example, the Silverado in its series configuration, which is really awesome. So love to see that. This is really a pretty mighty unit right here. Right now they only take 480 input. I would love to see them update these with a 208 input version. You can see here it's 483 phase on the way in. A lot of 50 kilowatt needs are actually, you know, around the 208 side of things. A lot of like car dealerships don't have 480 readily available, so you could run a little step up transformer. I think that would be a really nice upgrade to see, is run it at 208 in the future. Would be great to see that version. But other than that, what a really nice hardy unit. And I actually just met a customer of theirs using these, and he said these things rip. They're super reliable, and sounds like they put them through hell, so that's great to hear. Guys, you joined me over here with Rich Henderson from Lincoln Electric. Rich, how's it going, sir?
Fantastic. Happy to be here at OPTIMA Oasis.
Yeah, so how did you actually get hooked up with this whole program? Because I've seen in years past, they've had some Autel units. They had a hydrogen thing a couple years ago. Now they've got the real hardcore company. You know what I mean? Lincoln Electric. First of all, maybe you could tell everyone about your products, because I've actually been to your factory. It's super cool.
Yeah, so this is the Velion 50 kW DCFC system.
So that's the way to say it, Velion.
Velion, absolutely right.
Not
yeah.
Valiant.
That's all right. Lessons learned, right?
Yeah.
All good, all good. So yeah, so it's a 50 kW DCFC system. Some cool features we have here is we designed it in such a manner that the EV output cable can be quickly changed.
Oh, show us that really quick.
In under 2 minutes or less. Well, what I would say here is, underneath this cover, there are 3 main lugs, the power lugs for DC, DC plus, DC minus with ground, and then with quick disconnect for the low voltage. So we could change from CCS1 to NACS very shortly.
Or if someone runs over a cable.
Yeah,
or
you know, they do break. Right?
You know,
right?
I've seen and I've shown your full-size DC charging, your split system.
Oh, yeah.
We've been to your Fort Collins location where it was like 2 cents per kilowatt hour. It was basically free. I've charged on it at the factory out in Columbus, or where are you guys based?
So we're in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, that's right.
Yeah.
And but I've never seen the 50 kilowatts, so this is super cool. Is it just one power module in there, or how does that work?
Exactly right. So we designed our systems at 50 kW each, right, for our 150 product. We took that 50 kW power module and put it into a 50 mobile.
And the history of Lincoln Electric was welding equipment, right?
Absolutely. Power electronics, yeah, 130 years.
No way.
130 years of power electronics. You know, the interesting thing is we went back in our patents and we found out in 1900s we actually had a patent for electric vehicles as well.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
That's pretty cool. So this is the new unit. When did this launch? It has to be recently, right?
Absolutely. It launched, I want to say around September, October time period of last year. So it's relatively new.
Yeah.
We did show it at CES. It was a bit of a model. I think you came back from a high level and spoke about it. But
okay.
Yeah, we made it real in September, October.
I must have forgot about that.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's all good.
But I
It's all
definitely
good.
have never charged on one.
Sometimes it was a flyby, so it's all good, all good.
So in terms of the customer facing side of this, I imagine a lot of car dealerships, EV repair stations, that's really the target demographic for this unit.
Yeah, for sure, as well as fleet operators, you know, anything behind the fence that wants to have the flexibility with the infrastructure. Really, that's where these products are well used.
Yeah, and so what I think is cool is no fancy screen that can break, right? You know what I mean? It's just, it's hardcore. Everything seems really sturdy. And I'm loving this selection right here where you can dial it from 50, 12 and a half, all the way down. What's the logic behind that power rating dial?
Yeah, so really, when you take a look at older infrastructure as well as newer infrastructure, sometimes older infrastructure requires an upgrade, and when you want to upgrade your electrical systems, it can be cost prohibitive. And so if you've already made a decision where you need a DC fast charger, in this case it allows you to do that.
Well, let's plug it in. Let's see how it goes.
Fantastic, fantastic.
I'm seeing some lights here. Will those change based off charging status?
Yeah, so we'll go from green to a purple configuration, which means it's pre-charge. And then once it accepts the handshake with the vehicle, you'll see it maybe blue or violet, depends on your color scale, so to speak.
And you mentioned actually earlier before we plug in, I'm sorry to keep derailing this, but I think it's just such a cool unit. You have a cam lock version as well.
Yeah, so one of the cool features we did with this product was not only do we have it in a whip configuration, which we offer a 25-foot cable, and you can put your own Hubble connection on the end of it, if you will. We also offer a cam lock version. Now, this version doesn't show it in its configuration. Typically, the cam locks would be mounted in the back, right here by the e-stop and the on-off button as well.
What is this port here for?
That's a cam.
Okay.
Cam communication.
Got it.
Yep.
What would you need that for?
That's for software upgrades and so forth.
Oh, okay. Got it. Understood.
Yep.
Understood.
We now do over-the-air software upgrades as well.
Oh.
So we have 2 modems in here, so we can monitor on our back end as well.
Oh, that's super awesome.
Yeah, and so if a customer also wants to have their own CMS, we allow them to do that.
So you just go with, sort of your typical back-end communications, OCPP, whatever, and they can put on their own CMS.
Exactly right.
Got it. Well, let's plug it in. I'm going to have you plug in the Silverado if you don't mind.
Sure.
We've all seen the Silverado charge a bunch of times, so I'm really curious to see. I love all of these indications here. I really love how simple and hardy this unit looks. It just feels like you can abuse it and it will hold up, which is unusual for chargers.
But it's exactly why we're at OPTIMA Oasis, right? So
yeah, it's the perfect test case. Dusty, dirty, nasty.
Absolutely. Dusty, dirty, nasty. That's what we like. So proven Lincoln reliability.
All right, so you've plugged in there. There we go. Purple's happening for communication. Things are going. I hear contactors clicking. And we have it dialed up in the 50 kilowatt configuration right now because I guess we have all the power needed.
We do, absolutely.
That's super awesome. And yeah, she'll rip. Now, you know what's funny about this truck? It's such a big battery. It's like 5 hours 0 to full on 50 kilowatts.
Yeah.
It's just, because it'll taper a little bit up top. It's just a rough one. And there we are, pulsing blue. So I assume that means we're charging.
Absolutely. Now we're charging.
Very cool. So can you share rough estimated cost, pricing? How do people purchase these? What does that look like?
Yeah, so you can come to Lincoln Electric Direct. The MSRP for this particular product in its configuration is around $23,000, give or take.
That's not bad. That's really not bad for a mobile DC charger. That's right in line.
Along with a lot of the key features we have to, future-proof it with CCS to NACS, wheels, robustness, power limiting features. We think it's what the market's looking for.
And if a dealer group wants to buy 100, I'm sure you'll cut them a little bit of a deal.
We make them to stock.
Okay.
We make them to stock. Something unique for Lincoln Electric.
Very cool. Well, hey, thanks so much for taking the time to show us this, and of course for bringing these units out to power everyone up. You can see a bunch more vehicles coming back in, so yeah. I'm not going to hog the charger very long. We'll let them juice up, but what a cool program, and that's the Lincoln Electric. How do you say it again? Velion? Velion? Velion. I don't like the name. I just got to say that off the bat. Name's bad. Product's great.
We'll work on it.
Got to do like a, I don't know, Little Ripper is what you should call it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks again. And shout out to Drew for driving out here. So, yep. See y'all in another one again soon. That's charging at the Lincoln Electric. What is it called again?
Velion.
OPTIMA.
Oh, OPTIMA Oasis.
OPTIMA Oasis. That's
yes.
right. It is an Oasis. Very cool. Thanks for watching. See you later.